So Angela is about to die, but this girl just saves her life, and that tension was very heated.
It's a gun. Gun. Suspect is armed. Repeat, suspect is armed.
How will you sell self-defense if you shoot me in the back?
What?
Hey guys, it's Murad and Merali. Hope you guys are all doing well today. It's another great episode of Power. A lot of different storylines that we can get into, whether it's the Jimenez brothers, whether it's Tommy and his father, whether it's them finding out who really killed Greg Knox and it was that particular man, and the fact that he was working for Lobos, that Angela found this all out, that tension at the end, a lot to dive into. First and foremost, before we even get into that, we've got the whole idea of Tariq. Now, it's a very common norm and theme amongst the viewers that everybody does not like him at all. They find him very irritating the way he acts because of stupidity. He's not really taking in his environment, what's going on around him, and he's making himself look worse, worse and worse, falling into horrible environments, as we saw when he went to that lady's house, stole the stuff, killed her, and then he ran away. Now, part of him wanted to do it, therefore he did it, and then part of him said no. So that clearly shows he obviously has a consciousness. He understands what he's doing is wrong, which heightens his stupidity and his confusion, and he wants to leave. This whole storyline of Tariq doing nonsense is getting worse, worse and worse.
Ring, tell him to stop!
And the fact that his parents aren't vigilant over him at all and not aware of it really does show that they aren't as good parents for the children at all. And when it comes to Tariq, this is a developing storyline where each episode he just falls down a different pothole every single time. Whether it's pushing his sister, whether it's with Kanan, whether it's now with these two thugs, and now what's going to happen next, we don't know. So it might come to a point where he might actually pass, he might actually die. Somebody tweeted, if Tariq dies, then we're all going to go truth and book tables. So when I saw that, I was laughing so much because it's quite funny, and it just really shows how much everybody hates him because of the dramatic irony, because we know that what he's doing is wrong. He knows what he's doing is wrong, but he's still doing it. So the fact that there's no attentiveness from his parents shows that the parents aren't good parents. There's no good parenting going on there, and Tariq really is becoming a stupid character, becoming really hated. So he needs to either turn this around, change himself, get some form of help. We're already going to see this develop into something far worse. And then we got the idea of the children wanting to leave. They want to escape. They've understood now about what's going on around their environment to an extent. They've heard conversations, they've eavesdropped. Now Tariq also, along with his sister, they want to go to a different school away from the entire area, because they think if you're away from the area, then you're obviously going to be away from the problems. Now, there might be the thugs and drug dealers might come for the children. I feel like that might happen even more so, especially with the younger sister, but that really hasn't happened yet. With Tariq, or maybe it was just a glimpse or an example of what could happen with the children, because the children, although they're not being seen over, they are very important assets, you could say, to the parents, and that they need to be taken care of. So the whole idea of the kids is one good storyline that is slowly developing, whether it's the sisters showing emotional upheaval by wanting to leave the city into a different school, and Tariq obviously getting worse, worse and worse. Now we have Tommy in storyline number 2. Tommy's obviously trying to find his father. He's going around, he's doing his investigation. He found a small picture, and now he's confronting his mother. But now what this shows is that the mother and the father of Tommy's are obviously having some form of tension.
It has never been a good idea to threaten me.
You take it how you will. Stay away from my fucking son.
And what is that about, number 1? And what does Tommy's dad actually want from Tommy? Does he actually want to recuperate with him, or is there something behind that he wants? Or we've seen fathers kill children before on the show. You might even want to kill Tommy.
No questions? No. Your family.
So what goes on with that story, we don't know, but Tommy is definitely digging deeper and looking through the right holes. The third whole storyline is this whole Jimenez brothers. These two drug dealers, the new enemies, and we saw the way they killed that guy who was sniffing cocaine, so they're dangerous people.
I have direct connections to the Bassett Hotel crew. They have over 20 hotels and nightclubs all across the world.
So they've got that whole war that they might be going to. We don't know what's going to go on there. Then we've got Dre, another storyline of him being this whole particular sneaky person. Now the word on the street is that he's been renewed for the next season, so he obviously does not die, which means he doesn't get caught out, which means that his storyline will develop and become stronger and stronger and stronger. He wants to be the biggest drug dealer in New York, therefore he's going undercover. Now this is quite clever and very appealing to the viewers, because we know what his intentions are, but we also know that Ghost and Tommy don't know this, so it's just very appealing to watch how he plays around them. And so far he's successful, but we are waiting for that string that Dre is hanging on to break, and to see what happens to him when he gets caught out, because I feel like that might happen. Then we have the biggest storyline of all, Angela.
Esto fue por Greg.
When it comes to Angela, she did an amazing job. None of us saw it coming, I imagine, or the fact that she was tapped with a wire and she was recording the whole conversation for a confessional. I didn't see that coming. I thought he was going to come in, kill her, or damage her and so forth. But it was very interesting that she cut the cord and showed that he could be a witness, trying to save him for some particular reason. He got caught, and then at the end of the day, he got stabbed. And it was apparently Angela, because at the end she said, "This is for Greg Knox." But that scene was very captivating. I was thinking, what's going to happen, because he's killed people before. What's he going to do? He's cracking, he's going to try to kill her. He's a stealth killer. He just does it with no second thought. He goes to the house with a gun. He's done it before when he went to Donovan's house. So that was quite clever of Angela to do, which is just stand there and just say, "How are you going to kill me when I'm facing your back?" And then turns around and shoots. Absolute amazing scene. It was very gripping, to say the least. And you know, Ghost obviously very pleased about what's going on, but then you got the Jimenez war on him and on his head. Then you have the whole idea of Tommy's dad. What's that going to happen? Dre being very sneaky. What's going to go on there? And this whole idea of Ghost doing a partnership with that particular person when it comes to housing and so forth. And then you got the whole idea of Tasha sleeping with this man.
Shit.
I should get going.
What's going to go on there? That's another storyline that's gripping. She's cheating on Ghost, although not officially together, but you got that whole storyline looming as well. Then you got the whole consequences of this particular person dying that killed Greg Knox. And you know, the Jimenez people, what are they going to do? They're a powerful force. Are they going to go to war? Is Dre going to get caught out? So much is going on in this power, which is why I love it, because there's so many dripping storylines just falling off the ceiling that we can really jump into, discuss, dive and talk about. But what I'm looking forward to is the whole idea of Dre. What moves is he going to make? Whole idea of the repercussions of Angela killing this person. What's going to go on down there? Well, not killing, but you know, getting someone to possibly, but it was very, very clever the way they did it. And I'm looking forward to the whole idea of the Jimenez and the war, that whole stuff, and what's going to happen there. So plenty of different storylines that I'm definitely tuned into. This is my smaller review of the storylines that I'm looking forward to, practically all the storylines, and just a review of the episode which I watched last night. Thank you guys for watching my smaller review. Hit me up on my Snapchat, my Twitter, and my YouTube. My social media credentials are down below. I'm looking forward to the whole stuff of Tommy and his father. What does his father actually want? That's the real question that we all need to be discussing. And this whole idea of this drug war going on, and Dre as well. Let me know what you guys think of my review. Comment down below. I read all comments and I thumbs them up and heart them as well. I'll catch you guys soon. Thank you guys for watching.